And welcome to the Emirates Stadium. It's top of the table Arsenal hosting Burnley. I'm Matt up here in the gantry, and we are underway. Burnley will start with the ball. These sides had pretty opposite starts to the season. Burnley only on 1 point. They've lost 2 times and drew once. Arsenal have won all 3 of their first 3 games, so they'll be looking to continue that hot streak today. Here is Florentino for Burnley. Finds Josh Cullen. Havertz, who is on loan from Arsenal. And taken away. Odegaard on the ball now. Finds Rice to Gyökeres. Back to Odegaard. Zubimendi. Zubimendi was the hero last week for Arsenal. Scored 2 goals in the win over Everton. Jacob Larson. Kyle Walker. Cullen. Back to Walker. Havertz now. Florentino. And turned over. Declan Rice. Zubimendi. Back to Gabriel. Rice. Arsenal going forward. Odegaard. Odegaard down the right flank. Plenty of space. Crosses it in. Looking for Gyökeres, but was not able to find him. Saliba finds Rice. Arsenal's strength this season has been in their midfield. They've done a great job at controlling the game through the midfield. Here's Gyökeres. Odegaard heading towards the box and shooting a long way out. Saved by Galashi. Here's Pires. Cullen. Over to Ugo Chukwu. Back to Florentino. And turned over. Arsenal ball. Saka on the counterattack. Odegaard going forward. Eze. Rice. Zubimendi. Eze. Shoots from a long way out. Galashi gets a hand on it. Walker now. Cullen. And turns it over. Nuno Mendes, Arsenal signing of the summer so far. Made 2 signings in that transfer window. It was Nuno Mendes and Alex Scott, who has yet to make an appearance for the Gunners. Saliba, Rice. Them two playing it back and forth. Rice finds Zubimendi. Odegaard. Over to Eze. He's into the box now. Cuts it inside. Zubimendi. Takes a touch, finds Rice, and just wide of the goal. Arsenal have had full control of this one so far. You see Rice's shot barely snakes to the right. So it'll be a goal kick. An injury for Saka. You can see on the top there, Bukayo Saka got injured somehow. Looks like he'll stay on for now. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Offsides there for Ugo Chukwu. Burnley looked like they had their first real moment of the game, but Ugo Chukwu is a good ways offside. Here's Timber. Gabriel. Saliba. Back to Timber. Finds Odegaard. Zubimendi turns it over. Jacob Larson for Burnley finds Florentino. Havertz. Ugo Chukwu. Timber shields him off. Huffs it up to Odegaard, who loses the ball. Burnley starting to get a little bit more possession now. Here's Cullen. Ugo Chukwu. And cut out by Arsenal. Burnley win it back, though. Burnley have really done a great job of keeping possession. these last few minutes. As Arsenal went back and give it to Saka. Plays it through to Rice. Rice to Odegaard. Back to Rice. Now to Saka, who's got plenty of space. And out of play. They're going to show Kai Havertz a yellow card for his challenge earlier in the game that he played an advantage for. We'll see the challenge back here. Yeah, it's just a late slide on Saliba. But it'll be an Arsenal corner now. Rice into the box. And saved by Galashi. Jacob Larsson on the counter. Giving it away. Eze again. Zubimendi. Eze had an assist last week. Not had the best of season so far, but could be worse. Here's Havertz. First half winding down. Cullen going forward. Cuts it out wide, and the ref blows the whistle. Interesting time to blow the whistle there. But we're not up after 1. So we're going to have to wait for the next 45 to try and find our first goal of the game. As you can see here, Yoker has had 3 touches and has not really had a great game. So we'll see if he can fix that in the second half. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to the Emirates Stadium. We're all 0-0 after the first half. Mendes, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard. Back to Odegaard, now Gyökeres. And Arsenal turn it away. They've struggled to find an opener here. You know, you might think that Arsenal would have an easy game cut out for them, but remember, this Burnley side drew against Liverpool, so they are definitely not as easy as they may seem. Arsenal on the ball back, finds Rice. Odegaard. Zubimendi, back to Odegaard. And Florentino takes it off him, so Burnley are really doing a great job at keeping up with Arsenal. Florentino finds Havertz. Florentino through to Havertz. Over to Jacob Larsson. Tries to cross it in, but goes out of play. Off of the head of Mendes. Jacob Larsson's going to come off. That's going to be it for him today. And coming on is going to be... I guess it'll tell me in a second because I don't know who that is. It's actually a free kick for Burnley. Connor Bradley making his first appearance of the season. Florentino. Into Havertz. And turned over. Eze now. Arsenal's going to try and counter. Gyökeres. Saka. Gyökeres. Tries to go find Odegaard. Odegaard actually wins it back. And back to Gyökeres. And then back to Odegaard. Gyökeres over to Eze on the wing. Tries to cross it in, but deflected off of Walker. Eze does a little move there on Walker and works. Gyökeres tried to go for an insane goal. It goes out of play. It's going to be it for Hugo Chukwu. He's going to come off. They're going to bring on Jadon Anthony. Arsenal yet to make a sub. But happy with who's out there, I guess. Saka puts it into the box. Oh. Header from Gabriel just wide there. But there'll be another Arsenal corner. Made deflected off of a Burnley player. Here's Rice. They go short to Mendes, who crosses it in, and oh, not a great cross without a play. Puts his hand up. He knows it was his fault. So goal kick for Burnley. 30 minutes to go, and we're still all tied here at the Emirates. Jadon Anthony finds Havertz. Down the wing to Anthony. Recently got subbed on. We'll see if he can make an impact. Into Florentino. Back to Anthony. And turned over. Saliba wins it. Here's Saka. Odegaard. Arsenal on the counter. Rice. Odegaard. Plenty of space. Through. Declan Rice. To Gyökeres. And Arsenal find the first goal of the game in the 66th minute. Victor Gyökeres smashed it into the back of the net. And it might have took longer than they wanted, but Arsenal had the lead here at home. Watch it back here. Odegaard gets a great through ball to Rice, who just taps it across to Gyökeres, and it's a very simple finish for him. Great team play there. Nothing that Galassi could have done. So 1-0 to the Gunners. Odegaard. Gyökeres. Zubimendi. Odegaard now. Arsenal looking for a second one. Here's Gyökeres with no one on him. And saved by Galassi. A great save with just his foot. That's going to be it for Eze. Trossard's going to come on for him. Trossard making his appearance. He hasn't really had a great season up to this point. Rice will go short to Saka. Saka will cross it in. And deflected. But Odegaard, cool. Almost unleashes a nice goal there. Arsenal have it back. Gabriel finds Saka, who finds Zubimendi to Rice. Back to Zubimendi. 2 goals last week for him, like I mentioned earlier. Looking for one today. Over to Trossard. Plays it back to Zubimendi. Now to Rice. Odegaard. Turns to Saka. Saka cuts inside and shoots. And saved by Galassi. Gets a hand on it. So Burnley still in this game. Trossard gets the ball high up the pitch. Declan Rice shooting. Just wide. That could have put the game out of reach there for Arsenal. But instead, it's a goal kick for Burnley. Up the pitch. Odegaard finds Rice. Zubimendi. Zubimendi again. Through to Gyökeres. Great goal! And it's offside. Wow. Well, I said great goal, but I might have been lying. See, Gyökeres is offside. Let's see it by how much. Doesn't look like much to me. Oh, yeah, his foot's offside. And his arm. Wow. Close to the game being over right there. He can't believe it. That's a horrifying look on his face. I don't like how that looks. Nightmare fuel. Todibo. Florentino. Burnley have about 10 minutes to find an equalizer. Jade Anthony. Florentino. Anthony. Cullen. And Rice wins it back. Odegaard. Zubimendi. Gyökeres. Trossard. Trossard trying to go forward. Zubimendi. Back to Odegaard. Rice. Saka. Down the line to Rice. Back to Saka. Crosses it into Zubimendi. Takes a touch. Odegaard now in the box. To Trossard and blocked by Kyle Walker. Burnley counterattack. Got some... Well, I was about to say it has some potential, but... immediately turned over by Nuno Mendes. Here's Gyökeres now. And shoved off the ball, and they're going to call a foul. With about a minute to go in the game. I think he's going to give a card to Dara Bayoyo. Yeah, shows Odegaard off the ball there. Or Gyökeres, sorry. That'll be it for Zubimendi. He's going to come off. Mikel Merino will replace him. Odegaard will take the free kick. Or maybe it would be Trossard. Let's see. Trossard fakes. Here comes Odegaard. Shoots! And parried away by Galassi. 5 minutes of added time. That's a good amount of time. So Burnley could counterattack here and equalize, but Rice will take the corner. Saka is short. Rice into the box. For Gabriel! Over the net. Oh. How many times have Arsenal been so close to scoring today? Gabriel with a great header. over the head of the goalie and just over the bar. So free kick for Burnley with 5 minutes to go. Or 4 minutes to go, sorry. Huffed off the pitch by Galashi. Arsenal won it back. Odegaard finds Marino, who finds Gyökeres. Finds Odegaard in the box. Odegaard, ball game! Odegaard puts it into the back of the net, and that will end the game here at the Emirates. Not officially, but for all logical terms of the word. The fans are going haywire. A great goal from Odegaard there. See here, Marino finds Gyökeres, who has a nice little through ball to Odegaard. Left foot, first time. And Arsenal will grab 3 points. Odegaard running over to this flag there. As Burnley will restart us. And as far as I'm concerned, this game is over with a minute to go. Arsenal won the ball back one more time just for good time's sake. And that'll do it. So Arsenal will stay top of the table, assuming Forest don't beat their opponent by more than 2 goals. Or more than 3 goals, rather. But Arsenal take the win. An impressive win for them. They looked kind of sluggish in the first half, but pulled out all the stops in the second half to take the win. And we'll check the ratings after this. So here are the ratings. For Burnley, 7.8 for Florentino. I feel like he was one of their best, or he was their best player today. Really trying to keep his team in the game. 7.2 for Adar Bayoyu, ended up with a card. Connor Bradley, 5.4 in his debut. Last year with a 6.3. Over to Arsenal now. Rice with a 9.8, a great score from him. He really ran the midfield today. Odegaard, 9.5, got a goal and some great passes. Gyökeres 8.9. Saka 7.3. Raz 6.1. So that'll do it for this one from the Emirates. We got more Match Week 4 action on the channel. Check it out if you'd like. And we'll see you next time.